Beijing accuses U.S. Navy of illegally entering South China Sea territory. Indonesia's Marapi volcano eruption kills 11 climbers. Netanyahu corruption trial resumes amid ongoing conflict. High incidence of delirium in Taiwan's ICU. Israel may flood Gaza tunnel network with seawater. Overcrowding on Kyoto city buses prompt luggage ban.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Wednesday, December 6th, and here are your top stories. The Chinese military on Monday accused an American warship of illegal intruding its South China Sea territorial waters. Beijing officials said a Chinese naval force was mobilized to track the USS Gabriel Guilford when it ventured near the waters of the Second Thomas Shoal. The reef is part of the Spratly Islands, an area that is the center of a territorial dispute between China and the Philippines.
A PLA spokesperson said Chinese forces monitored and warned the Gabriel Giffords as it made its way past Second Thomas Shoal. The spokesperson said that Washington was deliberately stirring up trouble in the South China Sea. Neither side reported any unsafe or unprofessional behavior during the encounter. The U.S. military has responded to China's accusations, saying that the USS Gabriel Giffords was conducting routine operations in international waters, consistent with international law.
Indonesian rescuers have found the bodies of 11 climbers after the eruption of the Mount Marapi volcano in West Sumatra. Local rescue agency spokesperson Jody Haryawan said the rescue efforts had been affected by sporadic eruption, but the search was still going despite the risks. The volcano erupted with white and gray ash plumes on Sunday, stranding and injuring climbers and spreading volcanic ash over several villages.
The 2,891-meter-high volcano spewed ash as high as 3 kilometers into the sky on Sunday. Marapi is one of the most active volcanoes on Sumatra Island, and its most deadly eruption was in April 1979, when 60 people were killed. This year, it erupted between January and February and was spewing ash from around 75 meters to 1,000 meters from the peak. Authorities raised the alert to the second highest level and prohibited residents from going within 3 kilometers of the crater.
In a significant development, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's corruption trial has resumed after a 2-month hiatus due to the state of emergency following the October 7th Hamas attacks. Minister of Justice Yaris Levin lifted the emergency on December 1st. Facing charges of fraud, breach of trust, and bribery, Netanyahu entered the courtroom, making a historic trial for a sitting Israeli prime minister. The cases involved allegations of receiving gifts, seeking favorable media coverage, and a serious charge of bribery.
Amid ongoing conflict, criticism has emerged, with Minister of Regional Cooperation David Amsalem questioning the trial's timing. Netanyahu has consistently called the indictments a conspiracy while retaining his position on a recent law limiting the court's ability to declare a prime minister unfit for office, which is currently being challenged in the Supreme Court.
According to Chime Medical Center's nursing department, a concerning trend has emerged in which more than 70% of intensive care unit patients have experienced acute delirium recently. Hospital supervisor Ke Ya-ting highlighted the significant impact of delirium, noting its association with prolonged hospitalization and a minimum 22% mortality rate. The data underscores a global concern as Taiwan's current situation is similar to other countries abroad, including the U.S.
Kay shared a case example of a 68-year-old patient whose delirium led to violent behavior. In response, Kai Mei Medical Center's ICU team introduced the MORE delirium care strategy, incorporating elements like music, orientation, rest, and ear stimulation. By implementing these measures and providing health education resources, the incidence of delirium reportedly decreased from 80% to 50% between 2022 and November 2023. Additionally, the average ICU stay shortened from 6 to 3 days, with a reduction in respirator use from about 9 to 5 days.
As the Israeli-Hamas conflict reaches the 2-month mark, the Israeli Defense Force has shifted its focus to neutralizing more sections of the intricate tunnel system within Gaza. The IDF announced Israeli forces have already destroyed over 500 tunnel shafts. According to reports citing U.S. officials, Israel is considering the direct pumping of seawater into the Gaza tunnels as a strategy to force out Hamas militants hiding within.
According to a report by the Wall Street Journal, U.S. officials indicate that the Israeli military installed 5 large pumps near a refugee camp in Gaza City in November. These pumps have the capacity to extract thousands of cubic meters of seawater per hour. The plan involves flooding Gaza tunnels with seawater over several weeks. The Biden administration holds divergent views on Israel's flooding tactic, with some officials supporting the effort to destroy tunnels and others expressing concerns about potential environmental damage from seawater or contaminants entering Gaza's soil. An informed source notes the uncertainty of the plan's success due to unknown details about the tunnels and potential drainage issues.
Kyoto, Japan has always been a beloved destination for global tourists. With an increased number of local visitors, the city buses are struggling to accommodate the surging crowds, aggravated by the challenge of large luggage hindering boarding. To ensure the smooth operation of buses, Kyoto City recently took a decisive step by prominently displaying prohibition of bringing large luggage on board signs directly on the buses.
On December 3rd, a Japanese netizen shared on X that Kyoto City buses have posted signs outside, urging passengers not to bring large luggage on board. With the influx of tourists relying on buses for sightseeing, local residents have complained about overcrowded buses, exacerbated by visitors carrying large luggage that hinders boarding. In response, Kyoto City hopes the signage will encourage more people to take buses, alleviating local traffic issues. Starting from February 1st, Kyoto will discontinue the Bus One-Day Pass, focusing on the Subway and Bus One-Day Pass, to minimize conflicts between tourists and locals.
The answer for yesterday was B, spells. She went to the doctor complaining of dizzy spells. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of overcrowding on Kyoto city buses prompt luggage ban. Number 1, beloved, 深爱的. He lost his beloved wife last year. Number 2, accommodate, 考虑到, 顾及. Our proposal tries to accommodate the special needs of minority groups. Number 3, decisive, 坚决果断的. The government must take decisive action on gun control. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's it for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday, and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Wade Lee, your host. I'll see you next time.
Oh, it's Mr. Linguistic. He's so artistic.
Let's go. I'm Mr. Linguistic, the ladies say I'm artistic. I make the beat so heuristic, statistic. There's a fact and nothing mystic. Panic attack on my bars intact. Your flow too whack, I'ma bring that back. It's scrubbing grammar, ain't the glamour, no feelings attached. So when I climb about that grammar, you know it ain't no pander. Check yourself for what you lack through dictionary that invokes your visionary like me. Preaching education like devoted missionary with a mind of preliminary. The rest is secondary.
Funday state of mind. We keep it close to one. Funday state of mind. It's time to roll the dice. Funday state of mind. We keep it close to one. Funday state of mind.
You know it's about that time.
方言英语教育推出优惠方案，30天数位学堂免费注册体验，让你学好学满，随到随上。不管是刷牙、上厕所、搭公车、吃饭，都能随时精进英文能力。欢迎赶快注册免费体验，赶快去体验吧！